touching the lower hose. It's cold. The lower hose is cold. If it's exceeding pressure and there are bubbles like that, pretty confident that we got a head gasket problem. You please stop, for the love of God. Literally just sitting at 207. We are going to figure out why the hell this car keeps overheating. I have already removed all of the top accessories on this engine. We are almost ready to pull the engine out. All I have left to do is kind of pull the downpipe out, remove the radiator, undo the heater core lines, pull out the starter, and disengage the clutch fork, and then this thing's going to be ready to come out. I have found one tiny coolant leak, but it wouldn't explain why we are overheating the way that we are overheating. So my new head gaskets and head studs were supposed to be here today. They got delayed due to weather, so they will be here tomorrow. So for today, we're going to go ahead and strip this thing down, get the engine out, get everything cleaned, and get it ready for reassembly. So when those new head studs come in, we can just go ahead, slap it all back together, get it back in the car, and hopefully get this thing running to the point where it's not going to be overheating anymore, and whatever the issue was, we have it fixed. decided to bust out the straight edge because I just wanted to verify the flatness on the heads, and I wasn't super happy with what I was seeing. I was seeing deviations in some areas of up to 0.02 of an inch. Technically, that is at the maximum of Subaru's spec for what the flatness should be. So I got a flashlight in there, kept hitting it with feeler gauge just to make sure that everything I was at least comfortable with, and then at the end of the day I wasn't comfortable with it. So decided to go ahead and send the heads over to the machine shop, get them decked nice and flat. We ended up pulling 0.02 off of each cylinder head and got them damn near perfect at that point. But I was finding coolant that had burned up in the combustion chamber, so hopefully this helps fix that problem. Where did that just go? There is now an ARP 2000 washer somewhere in my engine. I see it! It is in my fucking oil pan. Oh my god, you whore. I can see it too. Damn it, that sucks. We let the car sit overnight. It's like 17 degrees outside, so she was cold on that startup. We're at 196 degrees now. We're gonna see what happens. It should go up 205, 207. Fans should kick on, and then it should come back down. If it hits that 207, 208, 209, not 2010, 210, and keeps going up, then I don't know. Then we'll figure it out, but I have a pretty good feeling about this. I take back what I said. I'm not feeling good about it anymore. I take it back. The lower radiator hose is still ice cold. The only other thing that it can be at this point is a bad water pump. It's a brand new water pump too. It's not an OEM water pump, but 205, it's gonna go 207, 208. I mean, regardless, the non-flatness on the heads was definitely a problem. Yeah, she ain't doing so hot, you guys. I mean, actually, she's doing real hot, 207. It ain't gonna come down. I can try revving it. The only thing that hasn't been swapped out now is the water pump. We know that the cooling system works when the thermostat does open. We just can't get the thermostat to open. And the only thing I can even think of at this point is a water pump. It's the only thing we haven't swapped out. We redecked the head, so we know they're perfectly flat this time. There's no low spots, there's no 3 thou deviation, there's nothing like that. We swapped out the head studs, we swapped out the head gaskets. Okay, we have an odd development in the chronicles of the overheating Subaru. Now it works. So now the car comes up to temp, and it'll go up to 207, and then the thermostat's open, so it'll go up to 207, and then immediately drop back down to 185. I think I already bought an OEM water pump, so I think I'm just gonna play it safe and swap out the Company 23 one for an OEM Subaru one. I'm talking to Company 23 right now. This has not happened before, but it seems like a flow issue, because when I rev the car when the thermostat isn't opening, it's like the water pump finally gets enough momentum to be able to push out, or just to be able to move the coolant as it needs to, because right now the coolant just sits stagnant when the thermostat isn't open. So I think I'm still gonna play it safe. Right now it's working fine. The system is closed, the radiator cap is on, there's no bubbles or anything like that in the overflow, as there shouldn't be at this point. So we're thinking water pump is the main issue, and some of you guys guessed that in the last 07 video, but just to play it safe, I wanted to rip it apart, check everything. Since the cooling system works right now, I am gonna go drive this thing real quick over to Mel's coffee stand. I'm just gonna grab a coffee and kind of see how it does driving, see if the cooling system works. It's only about 3 blocks away, so if need be and I need to come back, I definitely can, but I just want to give it a try and see what happens. The car has gone below where the thermostat would be, so it went down to like 170 when driving because it's like 14 degrees outside. So we're gonna see if it actually comes down in temp again. If not, I don't know if the fans are, I don't think it's, I'm pretty sure when the thermostat closed, it decided to be dumb. It's gotta be water pump. When driving, it's totally fine. But when we're at a standstill, it's totally not fine. It just sits at 205. Like, it just sits there, it doesn't even go back down. Oh, wait a minute, 203. That might just be because it's cold. It should go down faster. There's fans pulling stuff through there. There's gotta be a water pump. The lower radiator hose is warm. I wouldn't call it hot, but it's warm. Temps are going back up, 201, 203. The fans haven't turned off because it's never reached that 185 where it should to turn off the fans. But when I rev it and I hold it, it spins the water pump faster and it seems to be doing the trick. So 201, yeah, now it's going down immediately as soon as I rev it. 201, 199, 198, 196. That's water pump. That's gotta be water pump at this point. That's so odd to have a bad water pump out of the box. I mean, I'm sure it happens. It's a brand new water pump. It's got 21.7 miles on it, but it's just odd. I should have just replaced it when the engine was out, but I found it unlikely that a brand new water pump would fail like that, or just not work. Visually, when I had everything apart, I did look at the water pump and it looked visually okay. Just something's up. We are not playing twiddle sticks anymore. No more twiddle sticks. I've gone through and I replaced the water pump. I pulled off the non-OEM one. I put on a brand new OEM STI water pump. That's all I've changed. Then we retimed it. I've got some fresh coolant on there. If this doesn't fix the cooling system, I don't know what will. Going back to a stock manifold and putting an expansion tank back on, it's just that we've deleted these so many times and people all around the world have deleted them. Never had this problem. Now it comes time for the test. Thermostat is closed. We're at 174 degrees. Please work. We're gonna let her come up to 205 and see if she comes right back down. It's actually going down in temp. It went down to 169. 167. Wow, it's cooling itself off. It's doing great. Look at that. Why is it going down? 167, 165? Did I do too good of a job? 163? What is happening? Please come down. Please come down. Please don't. Please, 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 please. 203, 201. Yes! Yes! All right, here's the final test. 203, it's gonna come up again. 205, hopefully shoot right back down like it did last time. If that's the case, our cooling system troubles, the chronicles of the overheating STI are solved. 203, then I gotta figure out my vacuum leak situation, which I'll do tomorrow. 205, then right back down. Come on, daddy-o. Fans just kicked on. 205. Come on. 203, there it is. There it is. 201, 199, dude. Our cooling system worked. That was not a fun time, and I don't want you guys to think because it was a Company 23 water pump that they all do that. I've been talking with Company 23, awesome company. I'm sending that water pump back to them so that way they can figure out what went wrong with that pump. I am the only person that has happened to that they are aware of, that anybody has told them. So I'm glad that we got everything figured out. Redecking the heads stopped all of the white smoke coming out of the back of the car, and swapping out the water pump for an OEM Subaru one also fixed our issues. I'm sure I could have put another brand pump on there and it probably would have worked. I think that one had a bad bearing in it because I had heard it make a whining noise, but I didn't think it was the water pump. I thought it was that Duralast alternator that I have on the car. But it was making a weird sound, and after putting that new pump on, the sound went away. So I'm just glad that the cooling system is sorted. I'm really glad that I still pulled the motor and I took the time to swap the head studs out for a brand new set. Made sure that everything was Gucci in there. We have RCM head gaskets on there now, and I'm excited. That means I can actually start getting smiles on this thing. We can tune this car when Josh comes back in town. I'm excited. I'm gonna end it there, you guys. I didn't want to leave this video off with saying that we're gonna swap the water pump in another video. I was gonna upload this video today, which is yesterday for you guys, but now it's gonna go out tomorrow, which is today for you guys, because I'd rather end it with actually swapping out the water pump, making sure that everything works if it was the water pump, and lo and behold, it actually was. So with that, I know it's a little bit longer video, but that's all right. I haven't uploaded in a couple days, so it's been a couple of day battle with this car to get it sorted out, but I'm ecstatic with it. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you experienced problems and you don't know where to start in your car, it's not a bad place to logically go through the steps, kind of like we did. Like, we saw white smoke coming out of the car, we were losing coolant, we saw bubbles in the overflow, obviously sign of a head gasket issue. Fix that, move on to the next thing. If it doesn't fix the problem entirely, then you move on to what could be next. Obviously, when we were revving the car, it was pushing coolant better than it would be at idle, so logical next step would be water pump there. So just don't give up if you guys have a problem. Just remember, it's your car. If it's broken, nobody's gonna fix it unless you fix it. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit there unless you pay someone to fix it. But I'm a cheap motherfucker. I don't want to pay anyone to fix my cars. I can fix them myself. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Hopefully, if this helped you, if anyone's having a similar problem, hopefully this helped. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver sign, whatever color turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed and you want to be, I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!